Hello everybody, this is Psychic Medium Jane Hamilton Parker. I promise you I'm going to do my predictions, and I will do it at the end of the month, and I've been asked to do celebrity predictions as well. But not that I'm bothered about celebrities. Today I'm going to talk about purification. Purification can mean many things. Purification of the mind, purification of the body, or like when someone passes, purification and that. And everybody sees purification in different ways. At the moment we've got lots of negative energy going around the world at the moment. A lot of things happening, like Russia for instance. So you could say that was negative energy, and we need a purification to make it all calm. Also, if you go to a priest and they say they take your sins away, and doing a purification, if you like, of the mind, the soul and the body, the only person to do purification is, I believe, your inner self, your inner view, to help yourself and have no negative forces around. Now, it's been very difficult the last 2 years for people with all different viruses going around the earth and different negative energy. So we do need a bit of purification going on around the world to cleanse it. So we can all do our own thing in a way by giving positive energy out around the earth plane and around the world. It's a beautiful world, but at the moment it's the people in it. Now, I'm a great believer that this is the year that we come out of darkness into the light, and so purifying our minds, purifying good things to come, because we're all facing very difficult times ahead. We're seeing inflation going up. Well, wages don't go up, of course, are they? But we need really positive energy. So purifying our minds, purifying our thoughts, and wiping out negative thoughts from people doing us harm. So, you know, I'm a great believer in the power of prayer, and I'm a great believer that there's still some nice people on the earth, and it's very difficult times for people. Now, when I do my predictions, I will give what's given to me. I won't be looking at newspapers. I won't be looking at old Moore's Mac. I won't be looking at any oracles or anything like that. I'd purely get what I'm being given. And you know, with predictions and that, one has to wait for them to materialise, because in our physical bodies we expect things to happen so quickly, and we want it all tomorrow. So purify your mind, purify your thoughts, purify that energy around you. Surround yourself with good people, with good thoughts, good values, people that are not negative, people that are not selfish, people that are pure in body, mind and spirit. Now, we are being observed at the moment all around the world from different people. I do believe the spirit world at times do watch us, but there's nothing they can do at the moment on the earth plane. It's up to mankind to alter that. Now, there are good people, as I say, in this world that do things for disabled children, autistic children, and children with disabled abilities, but we need a bit more input. So we need to get rid of the dead wood, and we need everything, purification, to get rid of anything dead and to make it once again a good place to be. Now, you can say saints and sages have gone through purification to be pure and performed miracles. I mean, Mother Teresa, I can think of once, that going towards the end of her life, had a lot of inner fears, and though she'd done good work on the earth plane, she didn't necessarily go by the Catholic Church. She wanted children to die in her arms to know they were loved, and she'd pick them up from the gutter and say a prayer to them. and help them. And I can remember seeing one documentary when a priest, Catholic priest, went to her and said, you know, you've got to stop picking these children up from India, and that goes against the teachings. And she said, I follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, and I pick an innocent soul up of a child to give them love, to know that when they leave this earth that they're truly loved. Now that's a wonderful, wonderful spiritual person, because it takes a lot of strength, a lot of love to do that. So she dedicated her time to God and to others. So that to me is a person that's pure, purification and pure. Now, none of us on the earth can say that we're better than anybody else, because we come the same route, we leave the same route. Some of us wear our crown of glory, some of us feel we're better than others, some of us got this ghastly celebrity status. You know, when you go to the spirit world, it doesn't matter if you're a king, a queen, a famous model, a famous singer, it doesn't make any difference. You're all as one. We all go back as one. Our spirit and our souls all go back as one. Now, we're very blessed to have our own channel. I'm very blessed to have my channel, and Craig and I to have our channel, and our Hamilton Parker's Foundation and patrons helping us, because we can do good work. We're not millionaires, we're not billionaires, we're just people with a remarkable gift to reach out and help others. And it amazes me, you know, when suddenly I see that there's so many mediums out there, and you get an awful lot of jealousies from them. Perhaps they need a little bit of purification. But at the end of the day, if we're all pulled together and all doing God's work and doing good work and helping others and linking those up that have lost young ones or elderly people and do our part, then it's all been worthwhile while we've been here. As I say, this is a year, a karmic year, that those that done wrong is coming to the surface. So purification for me is getting rid of the dead wood and bringing the good things in, and good vibrations and good energies and good love to surround ourselves. Now, to do good work is to be unselfish, compassionate and love, but you don't have to be a fool. This is the Chinese year of the tiger. I am a metal tiger, so metal tigers are accused of biting your head off, which is quite true if they feel there's an injustice to anybody. And I must say, I have come across a lot of people that have got so greedy after money when somebody dies, especially to do with wills, be it elderly people, young people, and you know, they haven't learnt anything. And it's an old saying that money is the root of all evil, and I'm coming to think that truly is so. You can't take money with you. Money is for sharing and doing good and helping others. As long as you have enough money in life to pay your bills and to share, and money for food, then you're very blessed. And you know, it's like homeless people. You don't know how much they've suffered. They might have been a drug addict. You don't know how much they suffered. They might have been abused. You might have had someone gone through a divorce, thrown on the streets, or somebody, but not everybody is drug addict or suffer with alcohol. It could be that they've had a lot of bad things that's happened to them. If you give that person food or you give that person a drink, then that's a good thing to do. It's only a small thing to do. Nobody in the United Kingdom should be homeless. There should be a sanctuary for all of these people. You know, and if all spiritual beings got together and made a beautiful community to help those less fortunate, what a wonderful world. Purification, pure everything, negative energy, bring in good energy for all mankind. And also, you mustn't forget the animals. Animals suffer in a great way. You know, you look at animals, and they can still be abused, they've been hit, they've been knocked around, starved, but they still got love in their hearts. And finding a kind person to even give them food or that is a great thing. There's never been a time in this 21st century, and it's occurred to me what a selfish people are. It's all about materialism. It's all about what's in it for me. It's all about I want to control the world. So that's where I like to feel, doing a prayer for purification, to cleanse all those people, especially those people who committed a lot of sin and done a lot of bad things. And I feel that nobody is born a murderer, nobody is born a thief. People have choices, they've got their own free will. We all know which is the right road, the wrong road, and hopefully we all take the right road. But life can throw different things. So most people I've met through my experience have suffered, but they still got love and compassion in their hearts. And it seems to me the beautiful people that I come across that have suffered, they've grown from that. One could say, oh, that comes from a past life. It's very important what you do in this life. Purification, pure things, make things better, cleanse it, cleanse the soul. As many of you know, I used to be a nurse, and when people used to die, you used to have to wash them. And years ago, they used to put the pennies on the eyes. And there used to be an old saying that the ferryman comes across from the next world to take them across. And you used to wash them and everything and cleanse them. That's a form of purification. You know, and I always used to say a prayer over them, because a lot of people died on their own, didn't have any relatives, or a lot of people had very sad endings and everything. But you still have got to do your very best for those that have passed on to the higher life. So every action is accountable, what we do here. So every prayer might not always be answered, and we mustn't have selfish reasons praying to God for riches and things. What we should be praying to God is good health and love, and give us many blessings in helping reaching others. And I say there's wonderful people that are on the earth doing good spiritual work. I've come across many mediums, some famous, not some famous, but they all reached out and they're all working on the same energy, helping others. Because there comes personal responsibility when you're linking up the spirit world. And you've got to dedicate yourself to service. And at the end of the day, there's wonderful people. We've got healers, therapists that's listening to people's problems, Samaritans and mediums, and it's dedication to this work. And I like to feel that if you have a pure life, and the pure life is clean thoughts, a clean person, good values, and helping others, that you get bliss, you get happiness. And my goodness, we all need a lot of happiness, don't we? Because we're seeing so many selfish things at the moment. It seems to be in this century one tragedy after another. It seems to be that Mother Earth at the moment is crying out. They're chopping all these trees down in the countryside. They're building all these new developments and everything, and the poor animals have nowhere to go. But it's greed. Why don't they build in the areas that are all run down and build it up and bring it back? Purification, make it pure again, make it work. You see, when you go and walk, like we can walk sometimes, the river Itchen that leads into Winchester, you see all the beauty of the water, all crisp, all sparkling. You see all the wildflowers, all the buttercups, and it's beautiful. It's like we're closer to heaven and natural things. And then you might see an otter, and you see all the birds nesting and everything, and it's quite beautiful. And then when you walk there again, you've seen that they've ripped all these fields out and built on them, and it feels so unholy, so ripped out the hearts and the souls of the trees and the animals. So, you know, I see purification as something very pure, very holy, very spiritual. And I feel there's been lots of people, I feel, in this life, that some find it easy, some find it hard. But life is very precious. Every day is a blessing when we wake up. Every day is a very special day. We look at the beauty. Even the snow can be quite beautiful, can't it? And even the frost and everything. We see nature at its very best. But we see greed, and we see it on a big scale. We see people that like to be in the limelight, like to be rewarded for being greedy. That's not purification. That is vulgar, quite vulgar. So I feel at the end of our lives and things, if we can do good things while we're here, then it's all been worthwhile. I'm just going to move this a bit nearer because I know I speak so softly and beautifully. So send your thoughts and send your prayers up for those that are suffering around the world, that we don't want wars. We don't want people and the children in Afghanistan or countries like this suffering. We just want all these little ones, suffering children, to be fed and to be well looked after. Why all you men in the universe and in this world can't get together, instead of being so greedy for power, why you can't all help those less fortunate? Because you're going to go over on the other side and all your actions are going to be accountable for. There is a judgment day on what things you have done here on the earth plane. So use your life to help others, not create wars or destroy people. Because at the end of the day, you're not going anywhere. You bring all darkness, but there is still light, and we have got light, and there will always be light. The world isn't going to end like you think it is. We'll have many changes, many changes. I expect in years to come, we'll have all these drones delivering the parcels from Amazon. We'll have all technology changing, and I don't know if that will make a better world, because as far as I can see at the moment, I like the world that we live in that keep things simple. Because when you have all these gadgets, they go wrong, and it's all about materialism. Is keep it simple. It's like sitting in a beautiful garden. Keep it simple. We don't want artificial grass. We don't want artificial trees. We don't want artificial robot birds and that. Ghastly. We want what God's given us. Nature. Beautiful things. And as about all these different cars and electronic gadgets, we'll even have robots out in the future of doing the housework. Hey, that's not a bad thing, is it? But, you know, we want human touch. We want human interaction. We don't want to be listened into from all these electrical devices. We want real people that we're dealing with. But, you know, we're even having robots now that's doing surgery. We even got robots, you know, on these cruise liners serving drinks. So is the human life is suddenly going to deteriorate and the planet's going to be run by robots and things? Let's have a bit more purification and really think about it and keep things simple, because human life is so precious. I believe they're even trying to, or they are, making meat in all these, not real meat, but artificial meat. It makes me wonder what that's going to do to the body and things. It's all about profit, isn't it? Like all these drugs and things, profit, profit, profit. And it's like all our immune systems at the moment, or giving boosters, injections and things like this. But then that's nothing new, is it? Because going right back when I was a child, TB, Spanish flu, all these different things that people died of flu, and we even had children born thalidomide children through giving the mother a drug for a sickness and all these different things. So we do pay the price, I think, when we start messing around with nature. Let's keep it pure, everybody. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be helped if they've got something that can help them. I feel that's a good thing, but not something that people's making money on and using us as guinea pigs. I find that really sad, really, really sad. Now, when I do my predictions, which I'm going to do when I've got some time on my own because we've got a lot going on at the moment. So I feel that if any of you really think about, we can do great things while we're here. For Craig and myself, we enjoy our life. We don't know any other life but a spiritual life. We don't know, we were born the way we were, and we enjoy our life and we're happy. And I think happiness is the key, isn't it? Happiness makes us feel good health. Happiness is within. So purification. So you guys stay pure and stay lovely as you are. No worries. And be very, very strong. And stay focused. Stay focused. We'll soon be going to spring soon and all the lovely flowers coming up. And it will get lighter the evenings. We won't feel as if we're all living in a time capsule where it's so dark all the time and with all these different viruses and everything like that. But spring brings us hope. Spring brings us new beginnings. Things die and come back again. So it's a wonderful time. So be considerate, and as I always say to all of you, still wear your mask, still wash your hands, still stand your distance from people, because we can all get through this if being considerate. Purification, be pure in body, mind and spirit. Anyway, I'm going to leave you all there because I sound as if I'm waffling, and my next video will be predictions for the year 2022, and these will be for the whole year. I might possibly do 2 years predictions. And remember, you have to be patient for these predictions to come to fruition, because what I see is what I'm shown, and I won't read newspapers, I won't listen to the television. I'll just get what I've been shown and what I foresee. So do stay tuned to my channel. Thank you for coming in and watching me. I love you all. Stay safe and be happy. Purification. Bye.